Okay guys, so this is the first serious video in 2020. I don't even know how you pronounce this. I know that, for instance, 1958 is pronounced like 1958 in English, but I'm not sure. 2020 sounds like crap. I mean, it sounds like somebody mentally ill trying to. Anyway, uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna say 2020 for now until I get to. Uh, why do I always do this? I mean, I'm on a gaming channel and I'm not talking like half an hour about something else. Cat, what are you doing? I'm really. I should really include a camera starting with next time, but anyway, these are my first videos. Probably nobody's watching, so I'm talking to myself anyway. So it'll be cute to see that cat going. Anyway, this year I am getting a job after my company fell, and I finally, after life has beaten the crap out of me, I finally feel that um, urge to get up and fight and come back and kind of stop crying in the corner alone and feeling sorry for myself while doing nothing and actually do something, not have an income, and most likely there's gonna be a bunch of very cool things happening in 2020, including more professional gear for my channels. I have 7 YouTube channels, so uh, I have to evolve. I do have a bridge camera that is somewhat okayish, for shooting all I need. But I need some more stuff to this PC related area, like microphones and webcams and stuff like that, because that camera doesn't work with the computer. I mean, you can only transfer data, you can't shoot live video from it. Anyway, this is a game because this is what I do. I just try starting a lot of video games that I never finish or never really get into. This one is actually a very cool refreshment on the game market. Let me see here. I have the usual beginner gifts you get with most MMORPGs. Um, 16 hours left. And this is my character. This is EVE Online. I can't exactly tell you what this game is about because it's obviously about ships and space and stuff like that. Um, it's a very astonishing and surprising thing to find because, you know, let me see, do I have my cursor? Yes, I do have, because I want to kind of point out some stuff. With classic MMORPGs like the ones where you get wizards and fighters and swords and weapons and you go do quests and kill mobs, and they are all the same. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's, I don't know, Aeon, Lineage, Metin, World of Warcraft, Terra, League of Legends, all of those, whatever, you name it. Uh, it's basically one and the same thing. I mean, obviously, each one of them with their own, you know, bells and whistles, but for the most part, it's actually the same thing. You got the skill bar here and the chat on the left side, and probably more skills on the right, and the map on the top, and all the NPCs, and you do all the quests, and you get money and items, and you craft armors, and blah 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 blah. It's the same thing over and over again. And even if you start one of these new games, I mean, I started with World of Warcraft. it doesn't give you that feeling, I'm bored, after what is like 13 years now since I've first come in contact with MMORPGs. I want something more. I mean, I want something more like Minecraft or 7 Days to Die, something where you can get creative or interact with the environment, or some shooter-based MMORPG like Counter-Strike, but not just in a 20, 30 people team, like with thousands of people like shooting everywhere in an endless world like Minecraft, or a really big one. It doesn't have to be endless, but something like World of Warcraft, that huge immensity of that you can't possibly. I mean, you get to know the whole map like in a few years, and uh, or tanks, World of Tanks. Okay, it's okayish, but make the maps like a million times larger, and put all the players in there, and something like that in a big war, two factions, and why do I have to give yeah, ideas? I mean, ah. They all want to build these simple things and just instantly get money on them. Anyway, this is one of those examples, and a very rare one. I mean, it's the only one in years that has shocked me, and that has brought a part that I've never seen again about the economics in a game. Since the times of the CDs and the dial-up internet, where I had this game where you kind of roamed between planets and traded with rulers, and I have no idea how it was called, after all this time. Um, yeah, let's just log in. The thing is, it's so different, You come to this game, as I said, most of MMORPGs are the same. This one, uh, you just start from scratch. You don't know crap. I mean, it's so different, and there's so many things. But some are the same. Like you still travel between points, and you teleport between so-called cities or bases, and but the whole concept, you start with these ships, and from time to time you get destroyed by enemies, and it's unlike, like most of the games where it's a bad thing you die. Um, in this game, you make it. Let me see. You have enough money. I got like almost 15 million here. Um, there's the yawning. Getting back, 15 million, which is very little for this game. I mean, usually more experienced players have billions and dozens of billions, Um, and with even like this, so let's say I have 15 million, and let's say I lose my ship. Someone, at first you think that's a drama, you think like, oh, they must be expensive. How am I going to get a new ship? You just go to the market. There you go. This is actually the last thing I bought. That's the ship Venture. It's like 200. Let me see. Sorting by price. Oh yeah, 123 billion. Yeah, that's gonna work for you. 200,000. And let me tell you, 200,000 is a thing you can make in like a few minutes if you want to. So it's one of those games where the gameplay uh, isn't really about getting to live or not die. I said that as if, what the hell? I said that as if there would be two different things. You're more focused on the actual actions you do, not on not getting your ship destroyed or even yourself. Because when your ship is destroyed, you get back in a capsule, kind of like a safe capsule, that gets ejected from the ship when it gets destroyed. And even then, you can be attacked, even though it's forbidden by the rules. and then it's something like you get a new clone of yourself. That's more like a story behind it. Doesn't affect your gameplay at all. Kind of like WoW is with World of Warcraft is with your soul. Going to your grave. It's just a little bit of a story behind the game. So dying, and of course you can lose the items that you have on the ship. That is one of the things that can happen. But you also have these item hangers in the bases, and this is where you can take everything from your ship's cargo bay and deposit them, kind of like in a warehouse. So it's very flexible. A lot of the stuff that's going on depends on what you do and how you do it. The thing is, it's so different that I can't really talk that much about it in detail. One of the things that I can say is that, as you can see here, and this number is really low right now, the rookie help. This is a chat section where people help the beginners, and take a look at this. Take a look at how many questions. There are like dozens of questions asked and answered every minute. The community is one of the most wonderful, helpful communities I have seen in a very long time. Actually, since the times of 2007, 2008, when I played Lineage 2 on the Line Zeus server. It was a Greek server with many people. Most of the MMORPGs these days feel like you are playing single player. So you're gonna go and ask for a question, you don't know how something is done, you don't know where to find something on an NPC, you pop the question and there's absolutely no answer. You shout it, you write it over and over again. You feel like writing in a chat on a single player game. Let me tell you, this game, look at this. Look at all these comments. How to get a crystal from the miner, and then why is Plagio class worth more than... And nobody... That's what amazes me, because even if you ask these questions, you're gonna get all these bodies. I don't know, I've been there. I've been a kid. I'm 32, almost 33 years old now. So, but I've been there, getting, like, making fun of everyone, telling them they're stupid, swearing and that sort of stuff. Nobody does that here. And I think it's interesting because it seems more like a game for grown-ups. I mean, you have economics, you have... it's less about the graphics part and more about the actions and numbers. So I've heard, as I said, I haven't played much. I'm only at the beginning, and some people say it's actually a spreadsheet simulator. So... and take a look at this, just to see that it might not be appropriate, for the younger audience. You get the project discovery, where you analyze. This is supposed to be the light that comes off from different stars, and you want to see if there are planets orbiting them. So if there's any solar system around that star, and obviously the same as it is analyzed in real life, at astronomical observatories, when you get a drop in the light emitted from the star, and if that is cycled at precisely the same amounts of time, that means there's a planet now moving in front of the star, and you line these up and you say, and confirm there's a planet there, and we need to understand these concepts. I've worked a very long time, and I still do, with seismographs, and I know how to interpret graphs like this very well. Let me see. I should be 100% right. What? No! Come on, I'm making a video here. You can see, even if you're experienced, like I've built a seismograph of my own in my balcony some years ago, and actually recorded quakes with it from 1,000 miles away. in the Aegean Sea. Um, you still miss something, so it might not be for kids who. Don't get me wrong, you're not like getting nudes and everything like that, but you're getting these things that you kind of need an adult mind to grasp the general way of how things work in the game. Not to mention about the economics and the. Okay, so I'm gonna close this. Yeah, let me just show you one of the things that I do. So, one of the things that you do is you need to train your skills. You have these skill points. Obviously, you have the paid account, thing, but it's pretty okay-ish. I mean, it's not a big price to pay. Obviously, I'm still going for the free account just to see how things go. Let me see. What's the worst here? Spaceship Command, Gunnery, Social. I'm not much of a social guy myself. Missiles, drones. I'm gonna need the drones. Right. Armor, navigation, science. Let's go for science. I don't know. These all require Omega upgrade. The Omega is the paid accounts. Production, drug manufacturing. Okay, that definitely needs a paid account. Industry. That's just 1 hour. And you get a total amount of hours that it takes to train your skills, and for the free account that totals up to a maximum of 24 hours. So anything, if you add skills that take up more than 24 hours, I mean, you can't add them if it takes more than 24. If you pay for the game, it unlocks all these features and makes the the time longer here. So Spaceship Command, I'm with the Caldari. So you see now it gets close, and I have one more thing that I can put in there, judging by how much it's left. Mining frigate. Yeah, and that is fully filled now. You can see it does go over 24 hours. So let's say if you have 20 hours already occupied and you have a 5-hour skill you want to add, it adds it and it says 1 day and 1 hour left. So there's that, where you improve some of your skills. This is a progress bar. You can see that little blue line where it shows you the total progress of all the skills you have to train. Redeem items. Destroyer class starship. Whoa. Oh, July. Okay. Did I just get a destroyer class starship? Oh, that's cool. Hey, I got a fighting ship from one of the missions. Let's see. Let's make assemble and make active. Requires the skills Caldari Destroyer level 1. Where do I get that? Caldari Destroyer. I think it's here. Level 1. And I have occupied my queue. Have to wait for these to finish, probably in a couple of hours. And one of the great things is you can see how they look, how all the items and ships look, without actually using them. Because you just click on, and you can see these 64,000 have been added to my account for solving that, or for not solving that graph I showed you earlier. That's the thing where I told you can make a lot of money in the project discovery, just analyzing these graphs. You don't have to be precise about it. It kind of helps, I guess, to get this accuracy the best you can. But you get paid for getting the wrong results, which is nice. That never happens in real life. So anyway, with the ships, you can click on Show Info, and then use that magnifying glass, and you get how the ship looks. The Windows system is very interesting. It simulates an operating system. Actually, it's so close to Windows that you have, as opposed to Windows tab or Alt tab on Windows, you have Control tab here, and you cycle between the active windows, which is absolutely amazing. Like inventory, rookie help, I get the chat, I get the information for the cormorant. Just that's amazing. That's amazing. You don't get this in any other game, at least not none that I know of. And there you see the ship, you know, and you can see it in great detail. How it looks. It's kind of like characters in all the other games. You know, it doesn't really do anything. You know, it just looks good and cool. But I guess that's enough. And you can also test how all these skins look, and just tell me this isn't the coolest thing ever you've ever seen. I mean, you get an instant preview for all these skins. Let me see if I click on buy. Why don't you? I don't really know why they're not available. The cat's driving me insane. Why not? Why not? I want them. They are so cool. Available skins. It says they're available, and then see, this is something I might wanna ask. Ships. So I get like ships. Nope, ship skins, and this is a Caldari destroyer. And there's the skins. Destroyers. Standard Caldari, and this is the okay. The permanent. I don't know what's up with these ones because it shows you all of these available skins, but then you go to the market, and but of course this is what other people sell. For how much? Okay, so like 910,000. That's not very much. Does it say who buys it? No, you have like player names. Do you? No. Okay. Not sure what's going on with these. You know, that's what I'm telling you. It's so complex. But even if it's difficult, you know, and you don't really know what you're doing some of the times, it's a really interesting thing because you get to have a new experience again. You know, like I relive the times when I was really excited about discovering new stuff in games. And this is Kimotoro. Oh, I think, you know what? I think it shows you all the possible skins that the game has. And then when you hit the buy button, it just searches. There you go. It just searches on the market and sees if there's anyone selling it. That's kind of a bit too much for a 30-day scan. And click buy, and there you go. So that's how that works. And yeah, already at 24 minutes. I think that's enough. You can see how many things I've shown you, and I haven't even left my my base. Let's see. Let's see if I can do something. Anyway, I mean, I should show you some part of the game. This is the journal where you basically have your quests, so to say. They're called missions here that you work with agents. At this point, I'm only working with NPCs. I have heard that you can work with other players, you know, after you are done with this basic NPC training, you know, like you have in most MMORPGs, where you have all the quests and then now you start doing more interesting things. You just click start conversation. I am at Vesta 5 Moon 15 Calculatoristul Steel Factory. You have to be at this location to accept the mission. I accept it. You have a special time in which you can get a bonus reward if you finish the mission within that time. So there's enough time wasted already. I have to so I have a device that I need to carry. I have the device and I need to drop it off to Vesta 5 Mode 15. Oh, what? Location. Approach every beacon in the sequence with the device in your... Oh, so I have to... Right. On this side you can see you need to warp to the mission location and undock. You undock from the base. Sorry about that. And this is what it looks like outside. This is just one of the bases. So far the planets don't do nothing, they are just textured spheres. I've heard they have plans to make them a little bit more interactive in the future, but for now I've seen there are some skills of extracting resources from them, but I'm not very sure how that works. It's not something I can do at the beginning of the game anyway. So just click warp to location. You have this warp drive that goes to some insane speeds and gets you to where you have to travel. There you go. You can see the distance. AU is astronomical unit, and it's the distance from Earth to Sun. And then I have to activate this acceleration gate that warps you to the mission location. It's even cooler when you're on top of it. I don't know why they don't. Okay, so I need device in my cargo hold. Oh, don't tell me it's one of these things that I... What's with these little stars? Beacon, beacon, beacon. This is a beacon. You get the things around you in this list, the top right. And you can right click on them and interact with them. I can start my afterburner to double my speed. I can even turn it off. It's just 3 kilometers away, which is, as you can imagine, very tiny, small little speed. And approach it. I'm not very sure what I'm supposed to do. So Approach every beacon in the sequence of the device, and oh, and there's a beacon 2 that appeared. I'm gonna activate the afterburner. Some things in an interface kind of get in your way. So. Alright, okay, and then there's 3 here. Approach again. There's beacon 3. I'm gonna leave my afterburner on. Really nice dust clouds here. The atmosphere is absolutely amazing. You genuinely have the feeling you're in the middle of space. Look at this, look at the star. And all the lights and the flares, and there's beacon 4. Just that kind of boring missions, you know, you get kind of with every MMORPG. Just go from point A to point B to point C and then receive money and experience. For now, I'm gonna see what lies in the future of me playing this game. That's beacon 5. You don't really have a collision with most objects, so you don't have to worry about hitting anything. That's a bit of a shame. I mean, in real space, that would be a really bad idea to go like 1,000 meters a second towards a kilometer per second towards a satellite thingy like these. Can be pretty much instantly dead. Bring device to Aventuri Sorella, which is the NPC activating the warp drive again towards the destination, which is probably somewhere around there. Fast flying towards the target. And then once it stops,
permission requested.
Yeah.
Docking request accepted.
Request docking. Permission is accepted. This is just some NPC bullshit. Then click start conversation and complete mission. You can see the money here. Standings increased. Actually, don't know what standings mean. I mean, like a translation in my language. I don't understand exactly. It's a kind of appreciation score you get from all these things, from all these NPCs. And that was a mission, and I can hit request and get the 405 and so on and so forth. Go from one mission to another to different agents, as the NPCs are called, and you go through. Let me show you the map. The map is impressive. I mean, even compared to the classic MMORPGs, this is what blows my mind at the moment. Sorry about all the yawning. It's a thing of mine. When I start speaking, I yawn a lot. You know, all the cities you usually go in the MMORPGs. This game is based on solar systems. Each one of these dots represent a solar system, And each solar system contains stuff, as you can see. Like you get research station and player buildings and moons and bank depository, whatever the hell that is, and stargates and all that things. Okay, so remember, there's the star. So these dots are solar systems, alright? This X here is where I'm at. Every dot is a solar system, and this is the map. I'm gonna slowly zoom out. Take a look at this thing. How does this look to you? So every single of these dots are a different solar system with different things. So that is something I can't even wrap my head around at the moment. It's probably one of the biggest maps I have ever seen in an MMORPG game so far. Just look at this. Every single little dot in this map, every single little colored dot is a different solar system. City of God. This is like probably players can make solar system or discover them and populate them. I have no idea. That's why this I'm so happy, because this game just brings something new. I am so city of not just what. It was something about City of God, and now it's not there. I don't know, man. I'm too new. That's worth traveling here. 17 jumps, I think. The longest the longest distance I've traveled was about 8 or 9 jumps. Also, you get this security level. You can see 0 point something. 1 is the safest. Anything 0.6, 0.5 and below, you can be attacked. So you must be very careful where you're going. 0.4 you can see, 0.5, 0.4, 0.2. These are places where you're definitely gonna get killed. So even if I try to travel to those places, it's not gonna happen, because I'm gonna get killed like in an instant with the ships I have now and the weapons I have now. It happened once. I mean, I was trying to go through the gate, and there was a big green bubble growing around me. And, when I saw that stuff, I don't know what the hell that was. I just quit doing anything. I just waited for the guy to kill me, because I knew I have no chance. If it's something I've never seen before and I have no idea what that is, it just kind of obliterated, disintegrated me. Well, that's it. You can see that the skills are already training a bit. What did I need? I need the spaceship command for Caldari destroyer. I think I can add it now. No, there's still 1.5 hours left till I get any free slots. So this was EVE Online, and probably the beginning of a long series this year, because I'm not gonna quit playing this game. I'm not quitting the others, like Minecraft and 7 Days to Die. I want to play them. I just needed something different for the holidays. I've looked in a list that I've made a long time ago, just to try and find something a bit different, to enjoy my holiday vacation, which is prolonged because I don't have a job so far. So but that's gonna change soon. Uh, which is gonna make it even more interesting because I'm gonna have money to spend on things, which is great. Okay, thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you next time if there's anyone to see, if anybody watches this. If not, it's gonna be a big thank you for my viewers that will watch this video a couple of years from now when YouTube is gonna start recommending videos from the past as it does now. That's a thing, you know. I've come to the conclusion that you don't need to care about to take care of anything with a YouTube channel. You just need to post regularly, and that's it. If you just keep posting, you do this thing for a couple of years, then you're gonna get started. You don't need to do that anything special. Not Facebook, not anything. It just well, it's a good idea to combine it with a Facebook page and Twitter and all that stuff, but it grows. It grows on its own. If YouTube sees that you're serious and you just keep posting videos, eventually you get one of those that are being watched. So there you go. That's great advice for the people that are gonna watch this 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years from now, if YouTube is gonna be a thing anymore. But nah, I hope. I'm usually late, you know. I'm usually late with stuff, but I don't think so. YouTube seems to be doing quite fine at the moment. You see, I'm doing that again. So okay, this is a gaming channel. Okay, see you next time. Bye.